How's it going? So here is how you see stats for the account. You go into training and you click on win the game. Oops. So you see you win the game. This will bring you into the post-game lobby. And in the post-game lobby you can see the normal. I think this is for normal. If you have, like, I think it shows you the previous played mode. For me, this is normal draft, so this is 5861. So this number here is the most important number to determine if you're gonna be... Like, the quality of your teammates is determined by this number. So if you have more wins than losses, that means your teammates are gonna be omega bad, right? If you are reverse, which is you have a lot more losses than wins, your teammates are gonna be good, right? So it will balance out. And then if it's equal, it's going to be a coin flip. Okay? So that's what I was saying. This account has exceptionally high win rate. Like, every game is just stomp. My teammates are just fakers, basically. Okay? So let's do the maths on this account, why that is the case. Okay? So I already prepared some. So this is the wins, this is the losses. Okay? So we're gonna... I want to just see the starting win rate when I bought the account. Okay, so we need to count the wins first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so we need to minus 16 from here. And then we need to see how many losses. There were 3 losses, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. So we minus 3 losses from here. So that was the win rate of the account when I bought it. There are 100 games. As you can see, there is the sample size, 100 games. And we had 42% win rate. So you see, if your win rate is very, very low over a large number of games, which is 100, your teammates are just going to be fakers all the time. Okay, so again, the secret to winning every single game in normal is, I'm talking about the secret how to get good teammates. You need to make sure that you have a lot of games and very, very low win rate. Because otherwise, you're gonna get this, I call them equalizers. I mean, they're just gonna... A team fight breaks out, they're just gonna start farming or they're gonna run away. And then the enemy team is gonna collapse on you and you just die and that's it. And that's gonna be, for the whole game, that's gonna be like that, right? Or your teammates are gonna die before an important objective and you'll be like pulling your hair because the system wants you to lose and there's nothing you can do, right? That's why there's a thing called, one sec. So you see, deranking bots are now becoming a thing. Do you see like how the trend has happened? Like this started 1 year ago approximately. That's because people have figured out engagement optimized matchmaking, how it works, and they know that companies are manipulating win rates, and the way they do that is by bouncing shitty players between the teams. If they want you to win the game, it's completely noticeable. Completely noticeable. On accounts that have equal win rates and losses, it is completely noticeable that when you play against a good player or when the system wants you to lose. Or when the system wants you to win. It's like I was playing against a dude, he was playing Volibear, man, he was just farming perfectly. Impossible to beat him. Impossible, because Volibear just hard counters Tryndamere, and there was no window for me to do anything. I just like, that's it, right? And my team was losing as well, so it was just like, that's it, unplayable game, right? And then when the team wants me to win, voila, I'm playing against Fiora. This guy just uses his W, like she has this ability to Riposet, I think it's called, and she just uses this to farm minions. I was like, dude, okay, it's like, and my team is stomping. It's obviously like that the system is just like, hey, here's a free win for you. Okay, so that's why deranking bots are a thing, is because if you want good teammates, that's the way to do it. Like, I don't know, I haven't researched yet the vendors, but you need to come into vendor and say, hey, Mr. Vendor, do you have an account where you have 40 wins and 160 losses? So this is 200 games. So what's your win rate? Is gonna be like what? 20%. Well, you're probably gonna get banned for something like this. Well, let's say, I don't know, 125 to 75. Yeah, something like this. If you have an account like this, I'm telling you, you can win like 50 games in a row, no problem. Right? Because your MMR is gonna be locked on a very low level. Something like, I don't know, maybe Iron 3, Iron 4. And the system needs to bring you up to 50% somehow, right? But at the same time, because you have such a large sample of games, the MMR is going to be rising very, very slowly. Okay, so again, now engagement optimized matchmaking is working in your favor, because it's thinking, okay, we need to make sure that this guy gets to 50%, and we're going to make sure that he has good teammates. Right, so that's why you're gonna get this effect where everybody's rotating, everybody's faker. You think it's just a holy shit, I'm playing in Iron and these guys are just like good. Like, why is that happen? That's because there are players that are genuinely good at the game, but they just don't play enough games. They just play like, I don't know, once a week, or like myself, right? I'm genuinely good at the game, but if I were to start an account, I don't know, I'm probably gonna end up in bronze or iron. I don't know what the placement system is right now, because I haven't done it in a long time. But, right, I'm a good player, and let's say they put me into iron 2. Okay, I can easily climb out of it, but it takes a lot of games. I don't want to do it, right? But let's say on that day I play, I will end up in your team, because the system wants you to win. And then obviously I'm gonna stomp. If I play jungle, I'm gonna take all the objectives. Well, you've seen my performance. I mean, like I'm undeniably good player, like undeniably. Because to pull off statistic like this is, so this was 320. So this was 1 year ago. Somebody was playing on this account. You see. So this account was dormant for 1 year. And you see, like, I'm gonna end up on your team, and then probably second me is also gonna be on your team, and then you play whatever you play. I hope you play good, right? And then you have at least, that's what I'm saying, is that in this account there is always at least 2 players to work with, at least minimum 1 smurf, minimum. Like, look at this guy, he's just like dominating top lane. And I thought to myself, man, set into Darius is not a good idea, I think, because in my opinion Darius should win this, because Seth cannot heal, Darius can heal. And you can bait, if Seth misses his pull, I mean, Darius can just run him down, straight up. And you see, he somehow beat his counter. But I mean, this Darius was, I doubt he's good. Might be first time. But again, you see, the problem is like all the equalizers are gonna be on this side. They're gonna be either not so good or completely, totally useless, right? And your team is gonna be good. Good to amazing. So, again, when somebody's showcasing like the wins and stuff like that, you have to look at the client and look at these numbers here. So you see, I'm approaching equal amount of games. So what's gonna start happening, I started noticing that my games are slightly starting to become harder. Because in this game, like my last game, for example, I dual killed with Katarina. He's a reliable player, right? But my bot lane was very, very shaky in the beginning. Very, very shaky. Alright, so bottom line. So there are 2 things from this video. Number 1 is, how do you see the account total wins, total losses? You go to training session and you click the button, win the game. And then this brings you into post-game lobby and you look at this number, and that's it. And if you want to have good teammates, you need to make sure that wins are low and losses are high. And then engagement optimized matchmaking is gonna filter out the shitters and put them on the enemy team. And then all the good players are gonna be on your side. And then you get to enjoy to playing game with actual players who have brains. Do you know what I'm saying? As opposed to just like, I don't even know how to explain this. Like, one sec. Yeah, so this is my favorite video. I mean, what do you call this? Look, Misfortune just killed Nocturne. Nocturne is an assassin. And they are equal levels. I think Nocturne is like down 1 level, he's a jungler, but I mean, Assassin into Misfortune is like, she's immobile. Well, she's, if, like Misfortune, if Nocturne is good, Misfortune has no way to survive. If she's not, she doesn't have peel, right? That should have been killed by Nocturne alone. And then 3 of my teammates, Garen, Jinx, and Annie, run into 1 Misfortune, who's not even fed. Not even fed. If you look at the score, she's not the one with all the kills. They are equally spread, right? And she just, like, kills the entire team. See what I'm saying? Because they're gonna miss every ability. Not, like, do you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's some kind of clan fiesta. I think Garen is leveling up his Q. Does no damage. I don't know what he's building. Like, when I play Garen, this Misfortune would have been melted. I didn't have to ult. But this Garen somehow ended up being completely useless. Even though the champion is so overpowered. Like, this champion is just busted. And then Annie just literally ran away. Like, she's like, nope. See you later, boys. I don't know, she's tilted or what? But I don't know what you call, but what do you call this stuff? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you get teammates like this, like, and that's it, like, game over. Like, I don't want them on my team. I don't want them on my team. And that's it. Because it's frustrating to lose because of stuff like this. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's frustrating to lose because it's like, it's silly. Let me show you another one. One sec. Yeah, so there's this one, this clip as well. Look. We have Kalista on our team. Kalista. Okay? And Nunu with Smite. And this is Elder Dragon. Kalista can stack her... I'm talking like she can do 3,000 damage to it, probably. 2,000 easily. Just with stacking her spears. Now, Kalista is like notoriously known for being one of those champions that is close to impossible to steal objective from, because of how much damage she does. Another champion like that is Cho'Gath. Another champion like this is Nunu. Which, coincidentally, we also have on our team, which is Nunu. Okay? He does 1,000 damage, plus Smite, 2,000 true damage to an objective. And they somehow ended up losing to Morgana Pool. Look. Boom. Morgana steals the objective with her pool. This pool did what? 100 damage. Or less than 100 damage. It's like there's close to no damage. Do you see? Like, I couldn't believe it. I was just like, man, it's just... Like, it takes some skill to be able to pull shit like this off. I'm talking about like you have to be really, 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 really trying hard to lose the game to be able to do something like this. It's just like, it's unbearably. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying is that, okay, if you get outplayed, sometimes they scan, like they play the vision game, you don't see them on the map, your support walks into them, he tries to ward, he gets killed. Understandable. That's understandable. Okay, because they play really well. Or you get outplayed, whatever, right? That's understandable to lose the game. But losing games over shit like this is... It's like it's so tilting, you just wanna... I don't know, you lose the will to live, basically, with stuff like that. Or, like, you win an you win a team fight because you literally killed 3 people, okay? And then you ping and you say, boys, the game is close, we won the team fight because I carried, right? Please go take the Baron. And they're like, no. No. Instead, they go in the mid and they start pushing. And you know what happens? You know what happens in the loser's queue when they start pushing the mid lane with half health. The enemy resurrects with items, and you guessed it, all of them die. All of them, right? So now you're down 3 people, right? They go take the Baron. and you lose the game. That's it. Happens all the time. And I see it in the high level, I see it in low level, it makes no difference, because Riot knows who these players are. It knows these guys, right? So if the system is like, okay, this guy, time for this guy to lose, boom, you end up with like 3 of them on your team. You're gonna have one player who is okay, and then 3 of them are just gonna hard feed, do absolutely everything wrong, die all the time for no reason whatsoever, and you just lose. And there is literally nothing you can do. And if you play, and even if you play really, really well, I'm talking about your next game is gonna be even worse. You're gonna have 4 of them on your team, and then it's gonna be like this. 1 second. Yeah, so then your game is gonna look like something like this. Look, this is 20-minute game. 20 minutes into the game, look at the state of his team. Bot lane is 0-13. So we add mid lane, which is 0-6, so it's a 0-19 team already. And 0-7 jungle with 2 assists. And the only assist he got was the top laner Uli. Got 2 kills, right? That's it. So his team is 0-27. And this is a challenger elo, okay? Like, how the hell is there such a big team disparity? And that's because he just wins too many games, and that's it. And the system is like, aha, time to rebalance. And then that's it. And you end up in these situations where it's just unbearable. So that's what I'm saying, is that League as a game is not playable without dodging, right? So dodging takes 3 to 4 hours per game. Very time consuming, right? So that's what I'm saying. Play one-on-one. Probably better you can play versus bots. It's fun. Or you can play customs with your friends. I don't know, if you can make 4-5 pre-made team, by all means, you can play, right? But this, without scouting your teammates, nah, it's not a playable game, right? Alternative way is deranking bots. That's the only other way I can think of. Then you don't need to dodge, you can just play like this. Like, there's no dodging here, just play. It doesn't matter, right? Because engagement optimized matchmaking is just like in your favor. Because it wants you to climb, so it just gives you good teammates. And that's it. I'll post this too in the description below so you can have a look. But bottom line, okay, so again, bottom line is, how do you see the... this part is you go to training, you click on win the game. Then, how do you know that account is prone to loser skew or winner skew? You look at the win-loss rate. If there are more losses than wins, you're prone to winner skew, because the system is pushing you to 50%. If you have way too many wins and few losses, your teammates are going to be horrendous. They're just going to be like feeding their ass off every single game. Okay? I would strongly advise you not to play League without dodging. Strongly advise you. Because getting accounts like this is... I just got lucky. I mean, you have to understand, I bought like over... In total, right now, I probably bought 100 accounts, and this is the only account that I can tell you that is just... I just noticed, man, the games are just so easy, and the teammates are just so good, and it doesn't matter, like, you just play, you don't need to dodge, like, you can play into anything, the teammates are just so good. And the reason for that is because of this. Because you have to remember that in the beginning, it was 42% win rate, right? So the system is trying to bring you up. And that's about it. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.